I'm almost sure this is how I developed borderline personality disorder to begin with. Being told that I was being too much, that my feelings weren't real, or what I'm feeling isn't real. And if I sit here and ignore this again, I feel like I am an accomplice to my own downfall. I'm like walking on eggshells for myself and the people around me because I feel like I'm like, there's impending dooms. And I cannot sit here in silence and not say anything about it, or I feel like I'm going to end up exactly where I was. Hey friends, and welcome back to the Why Would I Say That podcast. It's your girl Tiara, and today I'm so excited to be back. It has been like a month. And I miss you guys a lot. I miss you a lot. If you've kept up to date with me, you may know that I recently went on 2 vacations, and I am so grateful and so blessed that I was able to do it back to back. Like I know the position I'm in, and I want to sit here and say that I am so grateful and so thankful for my experiences and what I get to experience. But I think I need a vacation from my vacation. Okay, I have so much tea for you guys, and honestly, I have some accountability to take because I messed up pretty bad. I messed up and I feel like I'm losing friends right now. Some crazy things has happened in the last month, and now I'm just like, what is happening? What is happening? I recently posted a vlog about my vacation, and I was emotional. I was hurt. I was confused. I still am. And I went about it in not the smartest or most respectful manner that I could have. Everyone knows that I never shut up, and I love sharing my story because I never know who could help. And really, when I made this video, I was doing this to help others, but also to vent myself. And because I posted it at an emotional standpoint, I ended up hurting some of my friends. And I am so beyond sorry for that. Like, I should have been a little more aware of the clips that I was putting in there, the faces that were in there. I'm not really big on, and I never have aired anyone else's business out and tried to like dox them or just send out a witch hunt from them. I've never done that, and I never want to do that. But the fact that I accidentally did it to one of my best friends, I am so beyond sorry. I am feeling so guilty and ashamed. I waited to re-record this, and I genuinely want to publicly apologize to you. I know that not many people caught it, but it doesn't matter because I really messed up. Like, that was not great. But I will say this, it's still my story. A lot happened, and I love them to death. Everyone that was a part and involved, I love you to death. This is nothing against you. I don't want anything happening against them. I'm going to be a little more careful how I tell this story. Not very many people saw it, but yes, I did mess up, and I was emotional, and I may have ruined one of my best friendships. So your girl might be going through a friendship breakup, okay? And honestly, this story starts at vacation. I know what you were thinking. If this caused so much drama, why would I even bring it to the internet? Some things should not be on the internet. But I feel so called to tell this story because it's my story, and things that have been happening along with it, like the universe is like, tell your freaking story and don't shut up. This is your story. If the things that I'm about to tell you happened to one of my friends, I would never tell them to shut up and to deal with it. I would never do that. And I'm not saying that any of my friends have done that, but what I'm saying is I would tell them to heal as loudly as possible, as loudly as they want. It's their healing process, their story, their journey. And I'm sorry, but if other people played a role in it, and if they're embarrassed about their actions, maybe they shouldn't have done it. Sorry. Because when I do something embarrassing, I get held accountable every time. It's like the universe is like, bam, karma. If you're embarrassed about your actions, and if you're like not a great person, and I'm not saying that anyone involved wasn't a great person, then don't do it. Like, just don't do it. I understand accidents happening, things happen, but like, I don't know what to tell you. If you follow me on other platforms, you know I alluded to the tea and all this stuff because, again, my platforms are like my safe spaces to help other people that are going through similar things. Not all of it is pretty, not all of it is fun, and not all of it is I know everything. I don't know everything. I'm currently going through it, and hence I might have just ruined one of my friendships. But I do want to get into more of the story before I get into more details about the after and how I'm feeling today because, oh my God, girl. If this whole story isn't a BPD episode, I don't know. This is jokes, dark humor. It was a hot mess, though. It really was a hot mess. So I went on 2 vacations back to back. The first one with my family, and then the next one with my friends. So on my family vacation, not much happened. I was just really thrown off routine, and I don't know if if everyone with BPD, if they're thrown out of the routine, it's like, bam, who am I? What am I doing? I barely have a sense of self as it is, but now that I can't have my sense of self, what is my sense of self? I don't know. So I was a little already triggered as it was. So like, this might be like the feelings pent up in me may be my fault. Like I was just trying to remind myself routine will be there when I get back home. This vacation will not. So enjoy it. But then other small things happened on my family vacation. Like I didn't get to have my room anymore because my grandma wanted to sleep in my room. So now I'm sleeping on the couch and I'm getting waking up at 4 a.m. every day. I was drinking a lot on the trip. Like it just, I wasn't getting a lot of sleep. My routine was off. I just was out of whack. Like I was just out of whack. But again, I had such a fun time with my family and I had such a fun time with my friends as well. But I just was out of whack and I could feel it pent up. And it honestly makes me feel a bit ungrateful because I like feel like I'm searching for all the negative things in these vacations. And I promise you, I tried to enjoy it as much as I could. But these things just felt so big to me. And I feel like if you have BPD, you'll get it. I also found out some family drama that I wasn't very, very happy about at all. Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm just not gonna talk about that. But I did find out some family drama that I'm like not okay with, and I just gotta sit with it in my own brain because I'm the only one that apparently knows. So that's cool. Now I'm holding on to something in my brain that only I know and that probably only bothers me. That's so cool. I ended that trip with like just really wanting to be home and in my own bed, but I knew that within 3 days I'm leaving to go out of the country with my friends, and I was like, well, whatever. Again, my bed will be there when I get home. The other country and the expenses that I paid for will not. So we're going out to another country. I get home. I try to get back in routine as much as I can before I leave again. And I do so. And it was great. Hung out with some friends before I left. Got some things done. It was fine. Everything was fine. And then we go on the trip with my friends and it starts off amazing. We're all meeting up at each other's houses. We're meeting another one at the airport. Another person we're meeting in the actual country. Like it's a good time. It's a vibe. Like we're all partying it up, good time. So we get to the airport, we get on the plane to Pittsburgh to New York, and then we get on another plane to New York to Barbados. So when we go to the Barbados, we're like in the air still, and one of the flight attendants call over the thing, hey, so-and-so, can you meet an immigration officer as soon as you get off the plane? And lo and behold, it is one of my friends. And I'm like, okay, that's weird, but maybe it's just like some random customs things. Like we should be fine. Like we should be fine. Tell me why the one that's supposed to be like paired up with me the whole week, they get deported before we even like get in the airport. First of all, why'd you let him fly from New York? But that's besides the point. I know nothing about like customs and things like that. Like when I tell you I have not talked to them since we got on the plane in New York because we were sitting separately, I did not talk to them since New York. And we had no idea what happened. So like the first like half the day was just an anxiety attack because where's our friend? We're in a different country. Are you holding him? Did he fly back? We don't know. So the whole first day was just a little thrown off, and towards the end of the night, some arguments start happening. We're just like not on a resort. We're on the other side of the island. So like we are just tourists in a non-tourist area. And like, not that it was like unsafe, but I didn't feel very safe. And yeah, and that wasn't on my friends or anything. It just, the cards were being played and there was nothing I could do. Basically, that's all it was. There was no one's fault in that part. There was no one's fault. And some arguments start happening and it was just, But then the next day we're like, okay, let's go get a rental car. Let's like go do our thing and like try to explore the island. Let's make the most of it, even though our friend like just got deported and not here. And I'm telling you, the second day I woke up and cried. The night we got there, I cried. Like I was just so thrown off by that. Like I was just so upset. And I don't know, like it really hurt my feelings that they were deported. And I know it's not about me, but I was like, that's sad. And I'm nervous and I'm scared. And like, if that's how we're starting off the trip. Like, I'm scared. I don't know why that, like, brought so many emotions. I mean, it's my friend. Like, of course it should. If I got deported, I hope my friends feel some type of way about it. Yeah, like, it just threw some things off, and now arguments are happening, and we're not where we're supposed to be, and it's just the first day. The tone is not being set the way it should be set, okay? But it was a stressful situation. I don't think anyone's to blame. Just things started happening. But the second day, we decided to get a rental car. We decided to make the most of the situation and try to just go have fun. I mean, we are in the Barbados. The water is clear. The weather is beautiful. We are in the Caribbean. Okay, so we're going to go make the most of it. We go out, we go have some drinks, we go snorkeling. Everything seems to be going A-okay. Like everything's fine. And then we go to leave there, and I cannot remember what we did in between there because, again, I was drinking. Everyone was drinking. I feel like that is a key part to the story because we were all under the influence of alcohol the entire week, and it was not helping. It was not helping anything. It was not helping a goddamn thing, which is fine. Like, we're young and we're dumb, but like, oh my God, it was bad. So I don't remember where we were going. I think we might have just been stopping at the Airbnb or something. I don't know. I remember going to the Airbnb and an argument between two people just start popping off in the car. Like, I'm telling you, this argument lasted from like 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. And I'm sorry, this is a part of the story because y'all was causing me some stress, and to the point that I don't remember if this is when we went to the Airbnb or to get some food, but they were just arguing so bad. And like, how this country works, all the cars are the opposite. So like for like the driver's side is actually on the right side of the car, and like we're driving in the left lane now. So like everything was opposite, and the driver wasn't used to driving there. No, not to put anything on anyone because we were all a little drunk. We were being a little crazy. I felt as if we should not distract the driver that doesn't know what they're doing in another country, driving on streets that we don't know. They're more narrow. They don't have stoplights. It's very much a free-for-all. I don't think we should be distracting the driver. But the driver was distracted because there's so much screaming going on in the car. And we end up on a one-way highway. I did not like that. Okay, it wasn't his fault. They were distracted. I don't think anyone's fault. It was just a lot of stirring of the pot in the car. I don't want to push blame on anyone. But yeah, we ended up on a one-way highway, and I was scared. I was so scared, and I did not like that. And then at some point in that night, we end up going to get food. And we didn't know that everything closes really early there. And we end up at this like little like bar, but it's not for the tourists at all. It's more for like the workers for when they get off work and they just don't want to deal with us anymore. So like, we were not supposed to be there. Okay. I can read a room. We were not supposed to be there. But then one of my friends thinks they lost the phone at the bar, even though their phone was not there. Just so you know, their phone was not there, but they decide to grab a microphone off of a DJ stand and go, whoever has my phone, I'm going to beat your ass, blah, blah, blah. We're in a different country, bro. What are you doing? And what is happening? What is happening? That happened, and now I'm just like feeling unsafe. I'm in the car. I'm scared. I just want to go home. I want to go back to the Airbnb. Screw the food at this point. I can't. And also, I'm hypoglycemic, so now I'm starting to get sick. I don't feel safe. And yeah, there was a group of guys trying to help us look for the phone that wasn't even there. And at that point, I'm just like frustrated. I'm just in the car, just sitting there because I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't feel safe at this point. I'm just gonna go sit in the car. And like, there's like a bunch of guys like helping us look for this phone. And one of the guys comes up to like my door of the car and was like, oh, like, are you doing okay? Like, because at this point I'm like about to have a panic attack. Actually, I think I was having a panic attack. I was having a panic attack because I just felt so unsafe. So this guy, I think he was just trying to calm me down or whatever. At least that's what I initially thought. But he's just like trying to calm me down. He's like, oh, it's going to be okay. Like, they'll figure it out, blah, blah, blah. And then he starts like putting his hand on my leg. And I'm like, what? Thank you, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this podcast. If you know me, you may know that I have borderline personality disorder, or you might just know me as the emotional girl on your For You page. Either way, it's taking me so long to learn what feelings I'm even feeling, let alone manage them. Therapy, like learning DBT skills, have truly changed my life. DBT, which stands for Dialectical Behavioral Therapy, has given me practical tools like mindfulness, distress tolerance, and emotional regulation. Those skills have gotten me from being completely controlled to my emotions to actually learning how to manage them. And that's the reason I'm able to understand my emotions, put them into words, and then share them with you. I know how scary that feeling can be to take that first step, especially when you're dealing with emotional chaos. It may seem easier to just push it down or to figure it out alone, but you don't have to. Having a professional in your corner can make all the difference. If this sounds like you, I have been sponsored by BetterHelp to give you 10% off your first month. Use my code betterhelp.com/TiaraLorraine for 10% off your first month. BetterHelp is accessible to anyone, anytime, anywhere, making help more accessible than ever. Whether you prefer phone calls, text messages, video chats, all options are available so you can get the help that works best for you. Again, that's betterhelp.com/TiaraLorraine for 10% off your first month. Now, back to the episode. But I'm not trying to be rude because I'm like, I also don't know your guys' culture here. Like, maybe you're like touchy. Like, maybe you're just like, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see it. You're like, yeah, friend, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And then like move the hand. But no, that is not what happened. He put his hand on my leg and he was like, and I was just like, yeah, I just want to go home. Like, I just want to go back. And he was like, oh, well, you're going home with me. You're going home with me. And if you're watching on YouTube, my hand is going up my hip. And then puts his hand all the way up my skirt and was like, yeah, you're coming home with me. You're coming home with me. So then I just start screaming at the top of my lungs that everyone go get in the car. Everyone get in the car. Like, I can't. So then everyone jumps in the car, and then the two people in the front seat were like, what happened? And I was like, nothing. I just want to go. Like, can we please just go? Like, I just don't feel safe. Can we please just go? They're like, no, tell me what happened. And they would not move the car unless I told them what happened. So then I had to tell them, which caused more drama. Like, I will say this, they are my ride or dies. There's nothing against them, even though we were in an unsafe situation. This is where it gets a little confusing, okay? They are my ride or dies because as soon as I told them, because they would not move the car, they jump out of the car, which I love you guys, but that was so unsafe, okay? Like, stop! They jump out of the car. I guess they go try to find the guy that did it. They're like screaming at them or whatever. And like, it's just so bad. And allegedly, because at the end of the story, I am actually very, very angry. My friend told me, because I was not in the bar, that there was a pew-pew pulled out on them. Now I really don't feel safe. There was not one moment in that like hours of events on the second day that was just, no. I was so scared. And then we end up going home. We're still arguing in the car on the way back and blah, 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 blah. Finally, the next day, everything is resolved. Okay. I am leaving out parts of the story out of respect for other people because these parts of the story did hurt other people's feelings. And I know I have to be more aware. But like, let me let you know. There was more happening, okay? I just can't go into detail out of respect for other people. Those details, I will leave in there. My safety was at threat, and my feelings were hurt, and I was scared, and I'm still processing all of that. Like, I know it might just sound like some fun little, oh my God, it sounds like a good story. No, bro. Like, I'm actually, like, affected, and, like, this is like, it put a strain on our friendships as it was being there, let alone me sharing it on the internet because I don't shut up. On day 3, one of the people decided to go home, and I don't blame them necessarily. Like, read the room. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't blame her at all for going home. And she just decided to fly into another country. And honestly, I'm just trying to get home. She flew to Canada. I didn't want to fly to Canada. I want to be back home with my cat. I'm scared. But in my head, I was like telling myself like, oh, I'm being ungrateful. Like, I just need to stay here. I'm not strong enough. I just need to deal with it. This is what it is. I tried to stay that whole day that one of the friends went home and we went to the beach. We got like a few drinks or whatever. But like for some reason, I could not get out of my head. I didn't really get to eat a lot on that trip. So like also that was affecting me. No offense to anyone on this trip. It just was what it was. If I was asking for basic needs, they would just get put off till way later in the day. And It just wasn't, enough was enough. And I realized on that last day, I started snapping on my friend and I was like, I'm literally going to freak out because I need to process and I need to be at home when I process. So I decided that night to book an $1,000 plane ticket home. That plane ticket was more than my round trip there and back, but I just felt like my safety and my sanity and my mental health was so at risk, and I don't think it was worth a few more days in the Caribbean. Like, I feel like I sound ungrateful, and I didn't know if that was the right call to make, and I'm still questioning if that was the right call to make, and I've been home for like a week and a half now. I don't know. I felt like I wasn't strong enough. I didn't shut up enough. I don't know. I don't know. And then after the fact of when I posted about it, I went about it wrong. And then, not to put this out there, but this has to do with my feelings and it has to do with the big part of BPD. After I put it out there, I was told that I lied about all the situations that I'm talking about and just told you about. I was told that I didn't spend $1,000 on my plane ticket and that I only spent $300. I was told, what do you think that other people will think of me if they hear about this? I was told all those things, and like all I could think of was like, if one of my followers or any of my listeners or any of my friends told me those things, and I would be like, they're pushing down your feelings to defend themselves. of embarrassment and to not hold themselves accountable. I'm not lying. Like, I'm literally not lying. Like, I'm not lying, and I cannot stress that enough. I have been told I remembered things wrong, or I felt things wrong, or I'm too much, or I shouldn't have been there and done that and done this, and I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not going to sit there and do something that I would not advise someone else to do. If I were to sit here to isolate, to shut up, and to do nothing, I'm going to end up in a bad spot in a few months. Now, again, did I go about the situation wrong? 100%. I want to be 100% accountable for that. But to be called a liar and that none of those things actually happen, and to be told, well, I don't want this person thinking about this or thinking this of me or thinking that of me, then don't do it. Like, I know that some of this was out of everyone's control, but like, for one of the people that mean the most in my life to tell me that I am a liar, I'm angry. I'm very, very angry. And I'm supposed to talk this out with this person, but I can't right now because I'm so angry that I feel like you're making me out to be crazy. And then if I do post this, I'm going to have this like witch hunt come after me like, you're a liar, a liar, a liar, a liar. I'm not lying. And they also said that I was like fabricating, like, do you want me to be like, oh, we just hostily talked for a long time, and oh, someone was just making sure that there was nothing up my skirt. Oh, there were no signs of safety, but everything was fine and we weren't in a dangerous situation. Or, oh, you were the one who told me that they pulled a peewee on us, but now I'm lying about it? That's insane, bro. Like, I'm sorry, that is insane. And like, I feel like I don't know. I'm not particularly mad at them. I'm not. And I don't want anything or witch hunt or anything to go after them. I'm telling this story because I know that not all borderlines go through this exact situation, but like in between the lines, it's a big cause to BPD. To be told that you're feeling too much, that you're feeling wrong, that you're lying, that's not how it really is. That is a big part to BPD. And oh my God, I feel BPD. I feel so BPD right now. And all I needed to do was be home. And I'm so glad I came home. But sometimes I just feel ungrateful. And like, what if I am crazy? What if I am remembering wrong? What if I am actually a liar? I'm not lying about this, okay? Okay, I've made this now 3 times. And hopefully this is the last one, but I got to watch it all the way through and make sure that I wasn't too much. I don't know. This is about being too much. We're allowed to be too much. We're allowed to talk and be loud and do our thing. And don't let anyone dull your shine or your sparkle. I don't give a who it is. I don't care if it's the bestest friend in the world. I don't care if it's your mom, your dad. I do not care. If you feel the way that I do right now and you feel as passionately as I do, it's not because you're right. You're right for yourself, okay? There is no right or wrong in this situation. There is 2 sides to every story. There is 2 sides to every coin, but if you know what's right for you, do what's right for you. The only person that can take you out of the hurt is you, and that's all you can do. The more I sit here and say, no, that didn't happen, the more I'm like aware that I'm going to have to learn that lesson again because I didn't learn it. To sit there and keep saying, well, that didn't happen, that didn't happen, that didn't happen. Of course, I'm going to keep putting myself in the same situations and it's going to happen again. So I have to say that it happened. I hate to be like this real. And I hate that I've never been in a position to like one of the friend groups exploded and I've never wanted to ever come on here and like talk crap about anyone. And I swear to you, like, this is not me talking crap. This is me venting. There is a big difference between venting and talking crap. Now, if I was sitting here and saying, friends, I don't mean this. I'm giving an example. If I was sitting here and saying, oh, my friend's a bitch. Oh, my friend, she's just dumb and she did that. Now that's me talking crap. But to say that I felt this way because this happened, that's me venting. And there's a big difference and I'm allowed to vent. Sorry, I'm allowed to vent. I'm allowed to. And the thing is, I take 100% accountability. That was very wrong of me to post it the way that I did before. And I'm so glad not many of you saw it. I'm sorry if you didn't get to see it, but I am extremely apologetic. And I feel so much shame and so much guilt. It's not even funny. I like cried for 2 days straight about it. Like, I feel so bad, but there's this other part of me that's telling me to like, still share, still talk because this is important. And then the stuff that happened after, like, I really got to talk about it now. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And I feel really weird. And I'm not sure if I'm going to post this, but just so much has happened since I've been on my break. And I wish it felt like more of a break, but here we are. I will say this, though. That break just showed me how much I love podcasting and how much I missed it and how much I love my routine and my stability within my podcast. Like, I missed it. I missed it so much. So thank you guys for being here and always supporting me because, like, I need you guys right now. And, like, just talking to my little camera, like, makes me feel so much better. And then, I don't know. Like, I'm just so happy to be back. I think I made the right call. If you're ever debating of, like, in my instance, paying $1,000 for your safety is worth it, yes. 100%. Don't question it. If you're ever questioning the way that you feel and the way that you're interpreting things, write it down on a piece of paper. Reflect on it. Is it valid to feel the way that you feel? Or are you interpreting it wrong? Because I've wrote this down a million times to make sure that I'm not crazy. I wrote this down a million times. As a borderline, I know we feel a lot of emotions. And it seems like we do process them all because they're all coming out of our faces all the time. Like either I'm screaming, I'm crying, I'm laughing really hard, I'm euphoric. No matter what it is, make sure that you're actually feeling the emotion and that you're actually processing the emotion. When you push it down and push it away and say, oh, that's not how it is. This is what everyone's telling me that I should feel. So it's not actually this, but you're actually feeling that. That's when it gets stuck in your body. Those episodes happen and then it gets worse. And I caught myself doing that during my trips. And right now, because I'm at a very high stress level, I'm doing that now. Like I'm trying to push it away and I'm being told that I'm being too much, that I'm lying, that I shouldn't feel this way. And then I'm second guessing myself because I don't want to lose my friends, that I shouldn't feel this way. But I also know, because I've done a lot of this work, the more I push it away, the more I push it down, the worse it's going to get, the worse it's going to be me processing it in the future, the more things I'm going to have to process in the future, and the more lessons I'm going to have to learn. As much as I feel every emotion, I'm not always processing them. I'm just like, they're stuck in my body. But if I just allow myself, like, okay, yeah, that made me sad. I'm sad. Don't tell me not to be sad. I'm sad. And just process it. It gets out of your body. Very much easier said than done, but I just feel like we shouldn't push those emotions away and down because I feel like that's how we literally developed this in the first place. And I just want you to know that you are not alone. And if you're ever in a situation like this, that to speak your truths. This is like the hardest thing for me to do. I might lose friends. I really might. And I might have already. But like, this is real and I want to keep it real. And that was my promise to you guys. And I'm not gonna fold. I'm not. There's one thing in my life that I've ever been passionate about. It's this. I've never had a drive for anything. I've never stuck to something so long, and I don't know. And I'm not going to stop now. I'm not big on airing anybody out on the media, and hopefully I didn't air them out too much. I don't want anything to come from this, or harm to come to anyone over this, or blame to be pushed on anyone because of this. It was just a very stressful, unsafe situation that I didn't want to be in anymore, and that's just how I feel. And this is my story, and I believe that I'm allowed to share it, and I wouldn't tell someone else that's going through that to shut up and deal with it. I wouldn't. So heal as loudly as you want. Okay? I'm scared, but I'm doing it anyway. But yeah, that's pretty much my vacation from hell. What can you do? I'm home now. I am feeling a lot better. I'm getting back in routine. I'm trying to process things, just taking everything one day at a time. There's people in my life that do know every small detail that has happened. So I do have support right now. I have other friends that do know what happened. They are giving me support. Don't worry. Your girl is doing okay. She's doing her coping mechanisms. And if you're going through something similar, please reach out to someone. You guys know that I leave resources down below. Reach out to a friend, a family member. It's your voice, your story, and it does matter. Your feelings do matter. I don't care who told you that they didn't or that they were too much or they weren't right. They matter. They do. Just find the right person that will make them matter. You can't make them matter to somebody, but there's somebody that will make them matter. So if you're in a room where they don't matter, get out of that freaking room. Losing people is scary, but staying in that room where you can't be who you are is even scarier. get out, girl. Don't be scared to reach out. I'd much rather hear from someone than to never hear from someone again. You're not a bother and you're not too much. You're lovable. You are worth it. You are everything. And hopefully I motivated you a bit through this, and maybe you took something away. Maybe you didn't. Maybe this was just entertainment. Maybe this was just your tea time. I don't really know. But again, I don't want anything to come from this. I just wanted to vent and to share my story and to share what I'm feeling right now, because it's a lot of feelings and it's triggering some old past stuff, and now I'm projecting it and I don't like that. But yeah, that's pretty much all the tea that I have for you guys today. We're like back on schedule. Every single Friday, I will be posting a podcast. Your girl is back. I cannot be happier. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to give me a big thumbs up on YouTube. And if you're listening on podcasts, to make sure to give me a 5-star review along with some nice little comment. It helps me find my community. It makes this community even bigger, more loving, and more caring. And I will say this, you guys are the sweetest, most loving, caring people in the whole world. My comment section on these videos, for the most part, are always positive. And I just want to thank you. I love you guys. You guys are so sweet. I cannot thank you guys enough. But yeah, again, if you're going through this, make sure you reach out. Please, please, please. I would much rather hear from you than to never hear from you. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys so much for being here. I just, it means the world to me. And again, I cannot be happier to be back. I love you guys more than anything in the whole freaking world. And until next Friday, I love you guys.